life. Hello.
Hello. Oh,
How's it?
I see two icons. I want to switch my icon as well.
Hey,
Video view.
friends.
Hello. Oh, what? I don't know why, but John, last time we used this particular setup for video review with the chibis, I made you very, very short. I don't know why.
That was the one where we had like 6 of us, right?
Yeah, that was the one where it's like fully around the table.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share the main screen. Turn the music a little bit. All right. Let me see if I can't move. I can't click on you. You're too short, John. The fuck? All right. Fixed. How are y'all?
Good.
Yeah,
How-
doing pretty good. Just wrapped up work. Hyped to talk about fencing.
Yeah. How was the video from yesterday? Hopefully, I'm not spoiling anything. Hopefully, the recording went well.
Which video from yesterday?
Oh, I thought you all were doing like some videos for like kind of announcing stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. I was just mentioning.
Well, we did a podcast with Drew.
Oh, fancy. Yeah. When's that coming out?
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch that.
So she's the Kingdom social media officer, and one of her projects she wanted to do was to have a podcast where she interviews people, and she wanted. We did the first episode yesterday, so she interviewed Victoria.
Oh.
No, excuse me, Victoria and I, and
Yeah.
we mostly talked about like Crown, like what it was like to be for Crown, and our kind of our history in the SEA and stuff, and she did a good job. So it was fun.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey,
That's awesome.
hey, Drew. Hey, let me know if you need another guest. All right.
I definitely was thinking about doing all these streams with you, Boomy. You definitely felt like it helped me be able to do that interview with her. So
Oh, good. Yeah, it becomes more natural, like anything else, I suppose.
Yeah.
With doing it.
When will that be? When will that be available? And where?
that is a good question that you'll have to ask her.
Drew, let us know.
Imagine whenever she's done editing it. I know she wanted to try to get it out sooner rather than later. So, but
Editing is like painting, where you always think it's gonna go quickly and it never does. It just doesn't. There's no such thing as quick.
she does for her work. She edits like
Oh,
her
cool.
the company she works for does podcasts.
Mhm.
Well, one of the things they do is have a podcast, and so she edits that for them too. So
Maybe there's a ways to do it faster that I'm unaware of. Harness the power of technology and all that.
yeah. I've never edited an audio only thing. I've only edited video things. So
Y'all look so posh and so fancy.
yeah.
dude.
Holy
My new
shit.
outfit was insane.
Yeah, so Petra made Maggie's dress. Well, a little bit help from Elizabeth, but a lot of her. And then Lachlan made me my outfit, which is not my normal.
Oh, that's
normal
cool.
period, but it's a Launch Connect German, so to match her.
Yeah, that looks great. Good job, Lachlan.
He's good at other things and not just fighting, surprisingly.
Yeah, from what I can tell, he's got a myriad of hobbies. Y'all look so fancy up there. All right. We're going to bump. It looks like business. Oh, fighting. Oh, we got the fighting. So was it Bedford? Did I hear that correctly? I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, it was Bedford, and then we took the top 8 who wanted to be champion and did a single M bracket after that, 2 out of 3.
Chat, for those who don't know, Bedford is essentially just a way to have 1 through 10 points based on how many fights you win, typically done out of 3, best out of 3. And what it does is, as you accumulate points, you end up being match made with those with similar points over and over. So by round 3 or 4, you're basically fighting people approximately your skill level, which makes it for a really good day. In some ways, it's a lot nicer of a format than like 1 and done or 2 and out for those who are less experienced at fighting.
Also, everyone gets to fight. I think we did 6 rounds, so you got six rounds of fighting. So
Yeah.
it's not like you get knocked out early and don't get to fight the rest of the day.
I feel like the strength of that format is it gets like the best time for the most number of people. Like everyone has like a pretty good experience.
The downside of that format is that sometimes you run into people as the top 2 and you knock each other into third.
Yeah, true. I think if you're looking for a first place, Bedford points is really bad because if you have a competitive top 4, the final result varies wildly depending on what round you stop in.
That is true. You need like a lot of rounds, like 10 plus, for it to really, really shake out properly.
I think it's good the way that it was used in this tournament where you're looking for like a top 8.
Yeah.
And we also wanted to be able to have the like the pomp and circumstance of a bracket is like more fun from a viewing perspective, right? And we want to give people like that showcase. So kind of have it, and then have the finals, which is always fun to have finals. So we wanted to do it that way. So kind of have best of both worlds in a way.
They're both so low.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's Duke Jason is the knight fighting.
His stance is really forward weighted too.
Is he wearing a red scarf because he is studying under somebody?
Yeah, he's Bao's cadet.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
He's been doing Rapier a little more seriously basically since he stepped down as Crown, last 6 months, I guess.
Yeah.
Or so. He's been putting more focus into that.
That's cool.
And he's fighting Orazio, that's the other fighter.
I have so much personal bias against pointing my finger the way Orazio does up my dagger. Mostly for like personal bias against the injury possibility. I think I just had like personal trauma of jamming my own finger too many times. Oh, they blasted each other.
I think that was Orazio's point, and I think Jason's shot went wide.
Oh, okay.
I watched this fight. Like I'm literally right behind the camera right now. I think.
Oh, that's cool. Did they have the camera up on a tripod?
Yeah.
It feels a little taller. Yeah.
They just had it wasn't too hard. They just had Drew got someone who was willing to volunteer who just like manned the tripod the whole day.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So I wish I could remember their name off the top of my head, but we appreciated they did that.
Thank you to the camera person, whomever you might be. How'd you feel in the fighting day, Robert?
I feel great. I had kind of the normal mental game of like trying to moderate my like level of like activation, I guess. Like how nervous or how on I am. And so a couple times you would find me doing pickups between rounds.
Were you trying to like shake out the nerves?
Yeah, shake out the nerves, and it's a combination of like keeping myself warmed up and not getting too tense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had some good fights. Was really proud of some of them. Wasn't really like super disappointed with any of them. There are a couple losses or doubles that I would have liked to win, of course. But felt like I had a pretty good day overall.
Well, that was a pretty disengage. Orazio reaching with that dagger. It's dangerous. Dangerous to reach on an explosive opponent.
I think Jason's stance is way too long.
Oh yeah. Doesn't have the ability to explode other than to kind of flèche over the front.
Yes.
Right, like that's the only option, really. Yeah, that we're going for real. Because that's just a flèche in modern fencing, basically.
Yeah.
Although Orazio's blade he's well past it. He's not like. Looks like he's trying to get the draw. It's hard. He's focused on dagger. I assume Jason's going to become very good quickly from just being a fight experienced
Would be my
fighter.
guess too.
He seems like he's pretty solid fencer already, from what I saw. Didn't get a chance to fight him though.
He does a lot of long lunges in his heavy fighting style already, so
It's a good foundation.
yeah, and a lot of stabs too. So, and he's very explosive.
Yeah. Looks it. He's eating out there. There's 5 hours of footage, or 4 hours left. I want to kind of bounce through
Oh,
this.
it's Faye.
It's
what we
fair. And who's she fighting?
That's Runa,
Runa.
who's mostly a heavy fighter, but does dabble a little in rapier and cut and thrust, I would say.
Gotcha.
That looks like a heavy shield.
Yeah, I think I think her heavy shield might be a little bigger, but it definitely is a heavy legal shield.
How did Faye feel during this trip
She
in
was
this
chilling.
fight?
in the tournament, she was just like having a good time. Wasn't
Good.
stressed about it.
Very good. I feel like I personally get more stressed out when I do what you were talking about, Robert, which is like I go with the intention of winning, because now there's that layer
Yeah.
of like there's a pressure there, which is
Yeah.
now set. You know, it's equal parts expectation on yourself.
I feel like the anytime I want to win something, I have to gaslight myself into thinking that I don't care about it.
Oh, I'm probably gonna get an F on the test.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I try to let myself be a little bit more centered, like temper it in both directions, but it is hard.
Yeah. It's like I feel like just getting attached to the outcome is. It's like it makes your experience worse, and in my experience, it makes my fencing worse.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Oh, good disengage. Rune, red. Oh, they both read it, actually. The step forward, right here with the back foot off Runa, and an immediate lunge. And a pretty good disengage, like juking out that dagger.
Yeah, hand comes back a little bit, but not too bad.
Yeah, it's
really.
not too bad. Yeah,
Good
yeah,
cover.
and good and good shield positioning.
Or shield, I guess, really.
Yeah. Did you say buckler?
Well, it is. Runa is very short, so like, if you
Does-
used that, it would look like a buckler. But
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, nice shot from myself. Faye got that.
Yeah, I want to say this was either 50-50 or 2-1 in Faye's favor.
I'll watch that last one again. What has Faye been working on, Robert? Do you know, like specifics?
She is in the chat, so she can probably tell us.
I was about to say that.
I forgot that I had a chat that I should be looking at. Sorry, chat. I've been ignoring you. I'm glad you had a lot of fun.
Sure.
That's a good cover. Yeah, good clean kill there. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting around the shield there.
Yeah, good flip four, finding the gut. Do you prefer Faye, as that is your username? I kind of have been going back and forth. I'd like to figure out how to crossbody parry and add a sword poke. Robert, Sal's asking, what's your favorite fight of the day?
Favorite fight of the day? Gosh. I did some pickups with Bao to warm up that were super fun. They were like super nonchalant and chill.
Do you have
It's
footage of that?
just, like- I don't have footage of that.
That's your kryptonite. You gotta.
I know he was doing Sword and Dagger though.
Oh, never mind.
That was I think why I was so nonchalant. I was
Okay.
like, oh, I know how to deal with
Yeah.
this.
That's kind
Like
of
he got me funny, but like with Case, I'm definitely more stressed.
I think it's on the stream, this fight, the bounty I had in this tournament.
Yeah, it's in here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the timestamp is. Boomy, it's in that document that I sent you if you want to
Okay.
jump to it at any
Oh.
point.
Does that document have timestamps of this video? Is that how that works?
It's got a mix of footage that Faye and I recorded and timestamps to this video.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so any ones that end in like T equals and some big number are from the stream.
Oh, look at that. How convenient. I do want to watch this one.
Yeah, I was fighting the buys because there was an odd number of fighters in this tournament. So
This is
and
like
then some,
on Siora finals. At Benzit, right?
yeah.
Or
I will
final three.
say that fighting Bao in this small field was way easier than fighting him in the bigger field I go for. Also, probably less pressure for me, you know?
Yeah, you have
Mhm.
ultimately none.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like lose. Like losing to Bao would have been like he would talk some shit about it. But
I mean,
other than that, yeah, it's
deservedly
still less
so.
pressure than semis or finals of Rose, basically.
okay, he's got like a step going back.
Yeah.
That's it.
I basically, that shot I threw there. I wanted to see how he was gonna react, and I saw that he just did a big parry with his left hand.
Yep.
So after that, I was like, okay, I think I can just treat the left hand like a dagger
Yep.
and just get it to move and then disengage it and cover the main hand.
He basically parried and immediately he riposted, like simultaneously riposted. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that in slow mo.
I think he parried me into the dirt on that one. I think is what happened,
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell.
which is why I'm dusting my tip off.
Got it. So that's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like this? Oh, did he have to fight? I guess all three potentially, because you're being a buy for Bedford.
Yeah, we just did. So basically, because they had an odd number, they just entered my name, so they kept track of my score and paired me with some people with similar score too. So, and then I think after 4 rounds, someone dropped out, so they went back to an even number, and then I didn't need to fight the rest. I stopped fighting.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah.
I was grateful for that because that meant I didn't have to fight John.
Yeah, it probably would have been what would come up after this if it hadn't.
Yeah, 100%. Because I think I was at the top during this round.
At this point, I had dropped 1 fight.
Okay.
In the first round, in a single sword, I dropped 1 fight, and so I was, and then I 2-0'd everyone else I fought. So.
Mm-hmm.
That step. This is just what I do over and over. The high throw, quick disengage, and the low parry.
Yeah.
It's
See,
pretty.
since his left sword is not a threat at all right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Over the main sword and.
It's
kill it.
completely irrelevant. Yeah, you just need to get around the guard.
The advantage, yeah. Sometimes Bao will just throw a shot with both hands and
Yeah.
not really defend very much.
Yes.
And when he does that, it is very hard to not just get a double. or
Yeah,
just die.
yeah.
So once I saw that he wasn't doing that as much in this fight, I felt pretty comfortable against him.
You knew you were good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's legit. All right, Faye, you said your favorite fight was against Master Mateo. Do we have that?
Oh yeah, Mateo's a great fighter.
I don't think we got that one. I didn't see a lot of Faye when I scrolled through the
Yeah, there's 2 unknowns.
Yeah, I don't think either of them is. One of those unknowns is Runa. I should update that.
Robert, what was the fight you want to watch?
I got a bunch from the practice afterwards that I want to watch, but I think one of the cool ones from the tournament would be my fight with Fifi. That was the final round of the Bedford. That'll be one of those links. Yeah, he kicked my ass.
What is John? What has Fifi done to like level up so much? From the sounds of it, I fought him at Pendick
I
and
mean, he fights
golf, I think.
3 days, fences 3 or 4 days a week, most weeks.
Oh, this is the practice. You said
And he moved to, about a year ago, a little less than a year ago, he moved to Austin rather than living in Houston. So
Oh, I
he's
see.
fencing me and, fencing me a lot.
just good.
I mean, not as much as he doesn't fence me as much as he'd probably like because I've not been fighting as much recently. But
Yeah, he wants to grind. That's cool. Good on him. All right, Robert. What was in your head? Right here.
Honestly, I was way too in my head on this fight. Because I feel like I haven't figured out what to do against Fifi. I was looking for that dagger hand because I know that sometimes it's open. Wasn't really getting anywhere with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was trying to get him to throw first and riposte, but also did not have a lot of success with that.
Oh, nice. Good parry. Look at that blade. Isn't that crazy? What a
Right?
frame.
Yeah, it looks like straight parry.
Mm-hmm.
Here's it.
And he just yeets out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Which
that
is
was something that
understandable.
I noticed a lot. Is he would throw and I would go for the riposte and he was already gone.
I think sometimes you can catch him as he's going in, but he does get out pretty quick these days. Like,
Mm-hmm. I think since getting a concussion, I'm a lot more hesitant about throwing into other people throwing, just because that's how you train, right?
Yeah, for sure. There's an understandable fear. Oh, he caught. What did he, shoulder, maybe?
I want to say it's the glove hand.
It's hard to tell in this frame.
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, that one wasn't it. That's why.
that's a bicep.
Aha.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was it.
How did he? So you threw. Let's see. All right. So you step. You beat his sword defensively. It looks like you didn't commit to this. Yeah. He's already cross parry riposting. Here. That's so interesting. You Robert could have right here because you juked his dagger into infinity right here.
Yeah.
You could have right here drop your tip and go straight forward into his face.
Right.
In fact, he would run his face into your blade right here. But you were like, oh, I gotta get out now.
Yeah.
Because I think your brain was on like defensive mode.
For sure. I think that if I was willing to take the doubles and train X, I would have I had a lot of openings, I guess. I don't know. This is my big takeaway from the trip is that I need to figure out how to fight Fifi better. Now the second fight was interesting. I won't spoil it. But
Yeah.
a little bit of
I've watched none of it, so I'm enjoying. This is my first time through.
yeah.
Excited for all of it.
So you got Fifi's hand there, arm,
I think so. Yeah, I think I got his forearm there.
his dagger, because he stops using it.
This makes me unhappy, Robert. Just so you know.
What?
That you
That I
put
didn't
both
have?
defensive items into one quadrant. Pick which one you want there, because your sword could have been low in throwing.
True,
Easily.
Yeah.
You could cross parry it high with that dagger. Covered the exact same amount of line.
hmm
Instead of resetting it like that with your arm. It could have already been right here, your arm could be dropping. You cross parry
Can
with
you
your
go
dagger.
back to the start of that
Yeah.
engagement?
Yeah. All right. So right here, you switch your feet,
Mhm.
and I think he's like, I gotta go. I gotta launch.
Yeah.
Seeing that you
That's
were
bad on me.
stepping
Switching
here,
feet in range.
switching feet in range. So he's tapping and going.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's just going. Never mind. No tap. Just fucking eating down the center line. And it looks like actually you had a moment of indecision here visually, where you went to parry inside with your blade, and then you re-parry it back over to the other side with the dagger.
Yeah, the way that I read that is like, so my sword starts low. So when I'm switching feet, my sword is low, and then I think I'm like, I haven't decided whether I want to put my sword high or low, and then he fires, and so I'm starting to move my sword up, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta not die.
Yeah.
Sorry, sword parry.
Yeah, he's catching you in transition, basically. That's spooky. Yeah, he follows up with the leg shot.
When I was watching this fight in person, I kept thinking he kept throwing on the inside of your sword, and you were getting close riposts, and he never threw on the outside of your sword at all.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I would have done, or at least tried. Like maybe a disengage to try to gain on the outside.
Yeah, gain and shove the whole thing at you. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But he kept throwing on the inside, and you kept getting that cross, and then he kept like barely getting out of your riposte.
Yeah.
It's like a game of try to seed more and more from Fifi without getting in range of your riposte.
I think he did a good job of keeping the correct range. Like, I mean, obviously easier when your opponent is legged, but I think he did do a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, this part looks clean, looks good. So far, anyways. Let's see what happens.
It was close.
That was close.
Yeah, I remember that side dodge was.
Yeah, that was a good.
If I hadn't chucked my body left, I would have been dead there.
Can I give you, since you have the abs for this, and I do something similar to you, instead of being vertical like this, if you lean back like 10, 15 degrees, not all the time, but like kind of bait them in a little bit, let them feel comfortable. I found that little bit of range is what matters. Did you get them?
I don't think I did, and I'm not sure why, because that looked like it should have been a kill.
Yeah, let's find out. Good
They're on the
parry.
outside.
Yeah, he goes on the outside, and I pick it up. Where's my blade here?
Yeah, your blade like whoops down. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it just goes past him.
Yeah. And then
That's a
it's
good
maybe a
guess.
tip scratch at most on the way up. Yeah, because you parry right here, boom.
He's a great parry.
Yeah, and then you go to throw, and right here, you just don't quite get any thing in mind, nothing to stick.
I'm like
your blade's like
far to the outside.
Yep, yeah. I think you're slightly outside of the line of the mask, and then he still has contact and is like flinging your blade away.
Yeah.
The most uprighting.
And I
the
catch
most spooked.
his hood, but nothing else.
Nothing else. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Have you watched this one already? Or not yet?
I haven't. No.
Nice. It's so different when you live it versus when you watch it.
Yeah.
Also, your sword parry is so fast. It's so fucking fast. It's crazy.
What I wanted here was him to throw center, and then I would cross and snipe in the arm.
Yeah. That's a great strategy. What I think, one thing that you haven't added is you haven't threatened this at all, the leg at all. I think not threatening it did you a disservice because he's just not like super worried about it. Unless you had like, oh, if I ignore it long enough, I can get it for free.
It took me a while to realize I should be throwing at the foot.
Yeah, there it goes, right there.
I just started there.
Yep. I was like, it's like the more you threaten, the more they're going to be hesitant. In general. Nice. Oh. Oh no.
So this was sort of a weird moment. I would have been
Were you
How
letting
do
them
take
fall?
The L there. Yeah. So I stabbed him in the foot.
Mhm.
He like his body language paused,
Yeah.
and like in my experience, typically when one person is legged and then the other person gets legged, unless we're like actively throwing shots,
Yeah.
we'll like pause, countdown,
Mhm.
reset. And so the conversation was basically that.
Yeah.
It was like, okay,
You just
well,
didn't defend yourself because you were like, I thought
Right.
we were being nice about the.
and like I wouldn't have been mad if he had gone for the 2-0, if we had just called it the 2-0 there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was my mistake for not continuing.
To be
the fight. We were
fair,
in
you
range.
shouldn't. You should always defend yourself, anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't throw back, but you also defend yourself.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, 100%. But he was nice, and so
I thought it was very honorable of him to agree to the to take that shot back.
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And-
Nice. Capture, flip, all that. Pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I think against most opponents at like on your knees range, I'm pretty confident. Like I have a really strong blade on blade, like upper body game.
Oh yeah. Your main blade game is way scarier.
Beefy was definitely my hardest fight in the tournament.
Yeah, I really think you gave, just like you hadn't like advanced with the sword, when you had got the crossbow with the dagger. There's a couple of moments. I think there's a lot of hesitation in your explosion. Like just watching this fight.
Yeah, I start to go forward, and then he
Yeah,
fired.
that was just a simple you paused in measure.
It looks like you were thinking about your next action, while as you stepped forward, and that's
Yeah.
when he threw into it. That's what it looks like to me. Like you look like your body language looks very aggressive. Like you want to get a fight going. And he
Mhm.
throws right as you're kind of prepping for your next move.
Yeah, I think I misjudged the range too. I think I thought I had the range to posture aggressively, and not get hit.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
close, really, right here.
Yeah, it's super
Yeah.
close.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are both dagger well past tip of sword close.
yeah, true.
That was a good extension.
Yeah.
Beefy too there.
Very good extension. He's got
Good
the
cover
full
dagger.
the full pointed. Nice shot, Fifi. John, what advice would you give Robert in this? With this set, specifically.
Yeah, I think being more decisive a little bit, and like that, the couple hesitations, I think. I mean, that was a close fight. I think there's not like, it came down to like really small little things on both sides. So, but I think last point, like pulling the trigger a little bit earlier, I think would probably be the big difference.
Yeah, I think the 2 times that he gets me, it's like that hesitating in measure.
Was this top 8? From the looks of it.
Yeah. Yep, this is
Can't remember
quarters, I think.
How was the
Yeah.
format for top 8?
So we did, yeah, we took the top 8 and we did a single limb 2 out of 3.
Nice. Okay.
I think this is the second fight of the top 8 though, so I think the first one is Floki and Gabriel if you go back a little bit. And that is probably the best shot of the tournament was thrown in this fight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is this the first pass? Can you tell? I don't know.
That looks like the first pass.
It looks like the first pass.
Yeah. So this is Floki, and then in the white beige is Duke Gabriel, who, yeah, mostly heavy fighter, but does do rapier and C&D quite a bit too.
I mean, isn't Floki also heavy first? Transition?
Yes. I'd say Floki does mostly rapier these days. Even
Yeah,
though
he's been like cut and thrust and rapier
heavy, but
mostly.
he had some injuries, some health issues, so rapier is a lot easier on his body than heavy. So I mean, Floki's master defense.
Yeah, that hood's about the size of a shawl.
Yeah.
Like, so if there was any neck regalia, you can't tell. Oh, pretty. Floki did not expect that redouble acceleration.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Gabriel's pretty lanky. I don't think he expected that.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Pretty. That was just an underestimation. Floki backed out once. Gabriel moved forward twice.
Each of these was best of 3, right?
Correct.
How tall is Gabriel? They look very tall.
6'2"-ish,
Oh.
I guess.
Okay.
Not like he's not like boomy tall, but he's not short.
That's why I was curious.
Boomy, you're 6'4".
I'm 6'4". I definitely don't fight that tall.
You don't fight. You don't fight like a tall person.
Oh. Oh, was that passe? That was a very pretty crossberry.
No, I think he
Sure
called it in the armpit.
Armpit? Okay.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah,
a
it was
very pretty crossberry.
Nice.
That is usually how I kill Gabriel. He will throw and I will get across and then counter.
The full cross.
Yeah. I'm kind of
Alex?
counter lefty.
I want y'all's opinion on something. Oh, that is such a good crossberry. Looks like it's mostly on the guard too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can see the blade flex there in the armpit right there. In it live, I thought I couldn't tell if it was passe or good.
Yeah, it is
Either,
hard to
and he
tell.
called it. Looks like
Nice
he
parry.
read the timing and distance off of the first point and adjusted.
Robert, you were asking about opinion on that interchange?
Oh yeah. Crossberries. So I was talking to a newer fencer about dagger, and I was saying that in top level fencing, I feel like crossberries are probably the most common parry. Would y'all agree with that?
I don't agree. I think flipping high and flipping low is the most common dagger parry on dagger
I
side.
think if it's everything's gone to hell. Well, let's pause and watch this back real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think by volume, there's more flip high, flip low on dagger side. If you
Sure.
had like actions done by fencers in this game.
Yeah.
But if you're going to defend your sword high and low, if you're not defending with your sword, you should be able to crossberry. I have a very distinct memory of getting hit by Enmar in this exact way. Pretty. I also, chat, for those watching here, Floki does an excellent job of releasing tension on their blade immediately, knowing that they struck. You see how loose
Yeah.
the grip is immediately. They're already loosening the grip here, like right here. You can see their hand already loosening and just allowing them to run into the sword so as not to blast them. Also, full range squat. Look at that. That's pretty.
That's a really good
Oh,
example of how both fighters are responsible for safety.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think cross parries might happen a lot when things have gone a little chaotic and someone's just kind of throwing a parry because it kind of does cover a lot in
Yeah.
one motion. But I think if it's a more intentional action, I think up parry is the most common, like
Mm.
up
Yeah,
to
flip
the
high.
outside or outside of the dagger.
Like the windshield wiper.
Yeah, going up from that, but
Yeah, the windshield wiper, I think, is just, probably up just by the percentage of people who fight high or target high compared to targeting low.
Someone, we need to do some study and.
This will be like the crown
man.
count that we did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And it turns out everyone just flat snaps everybody.
We went through a bunch of crown finals and figured out what the most common winning shot was.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the flat snap. It's the
Flat snap. Yeah, nice.
I thought it was going to be something more than that. Turns out not.
Yeah. It's like the most basic bit shot you learn
Mhm.
is the
Yeah.
best shot.
That's right, yeah. That's how I feel like that's how everything is, right? It's like the basics done really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
You're
what,
right.
what gets you.
Drew is chasing so hard with their dagger right here. They step
Yeah.
forward. Present high, presents low. Juking out the dagger.
She's also doing, we've talked about how this is bad. You see how she pulls her whole shoulder back to clear her sword,
Yeah.
rather than just disengaging but keeping the sword forward still. It
Ah.
robs a lot of time of.
It does. As opposed to, it's keeping
she
point
didn't-
forward.
Even really need to do that because it's not like Too Tall's dagger is that presented.
No.
Really.
Right. This blade could have been tip here. Like underneath his hands, basically. She also overparries right here.
Yeah.
Like the motion is too big, which is what allows Too Tall to regain control. Like basically disengage under.
And then she doesn't come forward until his sword,
Is
they
in
just
line.
double.
Yeah. Too big of a parry. That's also a lot of force because she's yeeting herself in there. On that particular one. You know what? We have all yeeted into a blade.
Yeah, more than once.
Too many times. Drew was a fantastic informant for me in this tournament. If I had someone I wasn't sure how to fight, I would be like, hey Drew, what do I do?
Sounds good.
Really good answers for me.
That's great.
John, as a mentor slash teacher, what do you think Drew could have, like, what's the best thing that could have changed? Not like long term stuff, but like in this particular fight. It's like one or two things that could be tightened up.
What I really disliked is that she kept getting close into dagger range because they doubled like 4 times in this fight.
Okay.
I think she should have just focused on keeping, like, being more calm with her dagger and her whole body. Like, she's very jittery. And then just control his sword and throw back. Like,
Yeah.
I think she has all of the skills to do that. She just wasn't executing it quite right. But I know she can do it. Like, I've seen her do it. So, and you see how her dagger is bobbing a lot, which is what she does when she gets a little more nervous.
Oh, okay.
Her dagger will just go up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah. Too much movement.
Too much movement. So, yeah, just kind of calmer, chiller, keep a little more distance. That's kind of what I would have liked. Her long term, because she had a lot of dagger rushes on people that it resulted in double kills in this tournament, I've told her she can't fight sword and dagger for the next few months.
That's so good. I love that.
Just no dagger. Because she would get into an exchange and her default would be, I'm just going to go in and get a dagger, try to get a dagger kill.
Yeah.
And I want to take that option away from her, so she can't do that.
Yeah. Yep. Be forced to use a more defensive set of decisions. Take away that offensive opportunity.
And there'll be, like, some sword mechanics and stuff could improve also, so, like, that would be, there's a couple different reasons with it, but...
Okay.
Question from Faye. How do you downregulate when anxiety hits hard before a tournament or in more critical passes?
That's kind of $1 million question, but I have, because I used to have a really hard time with that. Maybe still do sometimes. I do a lot of things, like, something for me, the tactile feeling of my sword and dagger is very, like, helpful, like, kind of holding them, the weight of it feels good. Sometimes I'll ask someone, a friend or a partner, to give me, like, a hard hug, like having that kind of, this is between bouts, obviously, that pressure, like, kind of can help calm me down. Walking around with a purpose, so, like, thinking about, like, striding purposely, sometimes that can, like, regulate me. When I whenever I fight, when I say lay on, I do one more salute, and I always make sure I tap my dagger, or if I'm fighting single with my sword, something, a tactile feeling to my mask, and that kind of like checks, like kind of like centers me too.
I'm gonna try some of those. All of those are new to me.
How do you regulate, Robert?
We did a me, Boomy, Dominic, and Rowan did a stream that's on Boomy's channel a couple of years ago where we just talked about that kind of stuff, and for like an hour. So if anyone wants more in depth on tourney, like anxiety and how to get your mind right for a competition, we go deep into that.
Yeah.
In that stream.
Rowan had some really good observations on that one.
Yeah, and she's done some research like to it too. So.
My biggest one is to just lay the fuck down. I'll just like lay on the floor.
Floor time.
I love that. Yeah,
Just
floor time.
Floor time.
Yeah.
We love floor time here.
I love floor time in a tournament. I would say in like basically every high intensity tournament that I've fought in the last 2 years, at one point or another, I had floor time.
It was a nice shot. We're safe from Matthias, but I will say, if you're listening or watching this, I think your dagger was came out a little wide on that attack, and then you brought it back, but could have kept that a little tighter.
Faye, for myself, it's kind of evolved over the years. Before I had to when I was doing my first few champs fights early in the career, it would spike crazy and then it would dump and it would spike again in the course of waiting an hour before the champs fight itself. And I would have to get myself active when it was dumping and then sit down or lay down like Robert's saying when it was spiking. Nowadays, the last few years, if I feel that anxiety hitting, I normally just give myself a very quick pep talk, and it usually just involves me reminding myself that people are more scared of me than I am of them in general in this context. And that's I just have to write
Yeah.
I'm the dangerous one that people don't want to fight a lot of times.
Yeah.
So it's that helps.
You never appear to be nervous, Boomy, so...
Oh, it comes and goes. It kind of depends on the context. I don't know if you remember the year that I fought you and Mike won 2 years ago.
the Rose? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was so thinking about the last two opponents that I had to go through that I just didn't have time to be nervous into finals, which is also kind of a problem because I felt like I didn't put my ass into that one. I felt like I wasn't as good as I could have been.
That one, I felt like, yeah, you had a little bit of a letdown. You had two super tough opponents back to back, and then you took the foot off the gas a little or something.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So I didn't even have time to be nervous. It was just I don't know.
And that happened to me after once I fought you, and then Mike and I were in the finals. I was like, oh, cool, this is like Mike's in the finals, and it'll be fun with fight Mike. And then I forgot to actually kind of try in that final fight too.
Oh, nice. High-low riposte or redouble.
After a hand pick, I think.
Yeah.
I just went for it.
I do like something that Fifi does, which is continue to aggress in combination.
Mm-hmm.
I
think that is a good martial thing to do. Is fight until they say good.
I think it's also not unreasonable to kind of go aggressive when you have an arm taken, because you're at such a huge disadvantage at that point.
Yeah.
Kind of rolling the dice and trying to get a win there might not be the worst strategy.
And honestly, 50-50 at that point is still a win.
Yeah.
Is this the finals?
This is
No.
the semis.
Semis,
So we
okay.
have Fifi and Floki in this side, and then Drew and Matthias on the other side of the bracket.
Oh, okay. People who never see each other.
Yeah, this is an all Fire Drake top 4.
Yep. What was it, 6 out of 8 for the semis?
It might have been 7 out of 8.
It was a 7. Hell yeah.
Oh no, yeah, so 6. Sorry, 6. We had we had Count Duke Gabriel and we had Malglin. So one of the only other Fire Drakes was Aggie's dad.
Yeah.
So he's not a Fire Drake, but he is a blood relative of the Queen. So.
Right.
You dropped out, right, Robert? I assume.
Yeah. I didn't move on to the next round.
So Robert had he was tied for the most points in the Bedford portion, and then dropped out. So
Nice.
he got the prize for having the most points because.
Yeah, that's awesome. Chat. I'm gonna highlight something here that this Floki is doing poorly, which is he's reaching out to cover Fifi's blade, which is fine. That's not a problem, like a high cover. But he's placed his weak on Fifi's strength here, like the angle in which he's pushing forward. You can see it right here when their blades touch. It's toward the end of this blade here, and then I think Fifi recognizes that he's got the strength coming in, because it's like closer toward his guard, and can just go through it. So he just goes, because there's no world in which that sword's going to stop the advancing sword at this point. I don't know if that's what Fifi queued into, but it is mechanically disadvantageous to do that. Leave your blade out there.
It's like giving your opponent the gain.
Yeah. You just gave them the gain for a moment. Even if you're just tapping them, there's no reason to tap their blade that far down. You should kind of be in control or in a leveraged position.
Yeah. Definitely not leave it there for very long at all. Like,
Honestly, I wouldn't even tap there. Like, there's just no reason to do it, I think.
I can't think of a good reason off the top of my head, but
Right. I mean, maybe if you want to get a reaction, but then you just don't touch blades. Just go near it, get the reaction, and then play off the reaction. I think they just blast each other here.
Oof.
Yeah. That's a pretty good, like, a little bit of a seed that Floki does. Kind of folding into 2. Nice catch. There's that crossberry, but can't crossberry past that arm right there.
yeah. I mean, that's why throwing around or under the sword arm is such a nice place to throw. 'Cause it's hard
That's
to
a
parry
good targeting for the riposte. Or for the double, really.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these fights, Gummy, are closer than I would prefer, but that is my bias. Floki's smooth with it. The ability to eat that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Did
You gotta draw on the neck is what happened.
Is that what happened? Okay. I want to watch this. And a little bit slowed down right here. Okay. So not quite, right? At full extension. Both blades are undented.
Really like Fifi's posture here. His head's so forward, his dagger's kind of low.
Oh, yeah. Looking to catch up with the...
I don't like his dagger going all the way.
Yeah, that dagger definitely went to an oh shit position.
It looks like he's trying to get in like a running. He's trying to like.
He does look like he's gliding here. Anyways. Floki's doing a good job of like run away from dagger. We're trying to run away from dagger. Doing a good job of it from the looks of it. And just sword on sword control the whole time. Which is the correct meta. Oh, dagger on sword. Try to cut low, probably didn't. Aha.
Yeah.
So here's the...
Fifi's blade is here up by the neck.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. There goes the draw. There it is. The pull through. Nice.
There are times where Floki reminds me a little of Connor in the way he fights, and
Oh yeah.
this fight was some moments like that.
Yep. Oh, Connor. I wish I had more footage of him.
Yeah.
He existed before cameras.
It's too old. Yeah.
Farmer Connor.
Yeah.
I'm excited to fight Fifi now.
He'll be at Pennsic.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I'm
Fifi,
excited
if
for
you
that.
see this, I'm gonna come fight you.
Boomy's coming for you.
Yeah, I was like, not in a mean way, but I felt very dominant the last 2 times we fought. That was like a year ago and 6 months ago. But I like the level up. I wanna test it.
Yeah.
Is this dagger bouncing still nerves of being here in the tournament?
Well, it's sort of it's a habit she does, and then the more nervous she is, the more it happens. Like right now, it's actually not as bad as it is sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, it's like it just looks like it just keeps.
Yeah. Oof, so happy, Drew.
Watch what happened. All right. So at the beginning of this exchange, she gathers steps, looks to explode. Does explode. Thais does a get the fuck out. Chat, we talk about this all the time. When people are truly scared, they stand upright. Like you don't
Yep.
go straight back in this direction. You go mostly at an angle upward, where you end up very upright.
Like a cat jumping when
Yeah.
it's scared.
Bad,
Correct.
yeah.
That is exactly what Matthias is doing. Creates this arc. It works. Everybody does it.
Drew's
Oh.
daggers faded way behind her, and then now she's just cross-stepping forward. Here's a moment where she should have. If you go back a couple frames,
Yeah.
right
here.
here, maybe a little farther back, she did not have an advantage, and she was defended. Right?
Yes, she was defended right
should've-
here.
Reset this fight. Don't. Continue.
Yes, right here. As Drew's right foot is coming forward, I would have planted it and stopped. Boom, right
There's
there.
nothing here.
There's nothing here.
She's in a bad place.
Yes.
So this is what I didn't like about her fight. She kept just kind of throwing like bad shots after. Like she would have a good attack or an attack, but nothing. They didn't gain anything, and then she would follow it up with a bad attack.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
reset.
Hi,
I
Alden.
know
Yeah. Go ahead.
she's kind of feeling out that. I think we've talked about her being a little more aggressive and pushing forward a little bit, and I think she just went a little too far in the other direction. And she needs to find that like medium ground where she can assert herself without just running in.
Yeah, exposing. Yeah, I agree. I very much agree. Yeah, absolutely. Drew, if you're watching this, if you stopped right here, I think that would have been the better play. But letting that momentum carry forward puts you in danger right here. Because your sword, your dagger's not extending, your sword's out of line. I think that's what you were saying, John, which is I'm going to go dagger them. Like instinct. And she's explosive and fast enough, like athletically enough, to dagger probably the majority of people she fights in tournaments.
She gets a lot of dagger kills even with a people with dagger, but it's still coin flippy to me, like
It is. I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I think there's probably some amount in which she is getting rewarded for it pretty consistently. And so it is hard to let go of that because you naturally like, I want to win and this action rewards me, even though it doesn't scale quite as well as being a little bit more defensive minded.
I agree. Which is why she can't use a dagger for a little bit.
It's a hard thing to learn when like that stops working. I say that from a lot of experience. We just saw Lorenzo almost die.
I think the hardest thing is to look at wins and still see the places where you can improve, where you could have done better, right?
Absolutely.
Like, that is the hardest thing to do. It's like, well,
Yes.
I won, but it's like, yeah, but you got lucky, or it could have been better.
Yeah.
Right. Like you won but there's room for improvement. Like your opponent made a
Probably.
mistake.
Yeah.
You
It's
flip.
fine to be happy to be with win. I think you should still be happy about the win, but like
Mm-hmm.
I remember once Duke Miguel, who's also he's a rapier fighter before he went and won a bunch of crowns too. He won a Queen's Champion, and I remember talking to him afterwards, and he was like, "Yeah, I did all these things bad. You know, I did this bad. Footwork was bad. I was, you know." And I remember being like, "That's badass." You know, like he won, but he's still like trying to figure out how he could have done better. Like that's cool. I want to be like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ever improving. You see the dagger went to capture. This is what you're saying about like the kind of the punching out of the arm. Dagger went to capture, didn't quite get it, but used that momentum to extend the blade. What a good stoppage.
Yeah.
No overfollows.
I love Matthias's outfit, his little wings.
Oh yeah. Do you know the
Go on, Brent.
story of it?
Yeah, it's Bug, right?
Yeah, chat. Tyus, the person on the right here, their profession, their degree is in entomology.
Yeah.
Entomology.
Entomology.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And their outfit is a reproduction of an ant, which I think is awesome. I thought it was like a like Ant-Man, like Marvel styled superhero or something when I first saw the outfit. When I talked to them, he was like, no, it was just like meant to be. It was inspired literally off the insect, not anything else. And they have and they work in the field, and they have the expertise to know better than most about what that would actually look like and how that would translate into clothing. So I think it's
A
cool.
lot of people in Onster and the Rapier community send him just random pictures of bugs they see.
I love that. That is amazing.
And he's always happy to answer that question.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah. I sent him pictures of our wasps at the church.
Look at
Yeah,
that
the-
retreat from Matthias there.
All right, let's rewind this. All right, full sequence. Let's start here. Drew does another gather go. Much better starting position with the dagger forward.
Yeah.
Is still trying to capture the blade. So dagger's out of the picture. Goodbye, dagger. Oh, that's so close. Look at that. Thias keeps good measure.
Yeah.
Barely. Look at that. It's like scraping down the front. No forward pressure though.
It's a little awkward, but I do like that he's pulling the part of his body that's being threatened away from the sword first. Like he's like, oh shit, that's what is being threatened. Like that's good. It's not necessarily how you would like draw it up in the playbook, but
What,
It's
John?
like
This is
good
a Fiore
awareness.
plate right here.
What'd you say, baby?
Oh, I was saying this is a Fiore plate. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. Blade out, chest back.
Yeah.
I'm only somewhat joking. I actually do think a lot of the historical plates that we look at, including that position, is not meant to be stayed in. It's like something you pass through naturally, and that's part of. Is just part of fighting.
I agree.
What is?
I feel like
can't tell what
Matthias
plates.
spent like 50% of this time off the ground.
Yeah. So far, more frames off ground than on ground.
Yeah.
And I would say, Drew, this is another example of her. She could have aborted this fight, and
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
she just
Like
just,
right
deal with
here.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, stop the momentum right here. They are just like the reason, chat, that this becomes a gamble is because now you are just wrestling with somebody essentially, and so strength and length will matter more. So it gives a little bit of advantage to the longer and stronger person, but it's still just a gamble because now you have 4 implements, all of which can turn any corner at any time. And it's hard to control all the variables.
Well, it becomes a knife fight, right? A dagger fight.
Yeah, it's just a knife
And
fight. Yeah, that you happen to have a sword.
Usually, both people end up getting cut in a knife fight, so we don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know. Speak for other people, but yeah. So I just think it's best to be able to avoid that.
Yep.
If your opponent if he only had one sword, like if he was fighting single sword or buckler, I would go to dagger. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. I think that's good. But
Absolutely. That was okay. So this is like a little bit of a callback, but to Faye's like anxiety of fighting, a couple years ago at golf, Brennan, who's a solid mod out of Onstiora with a sword and buckler, took me on a diamond tournament, and when I fought them again in the Onstioran tournament, I had to psych myself up because I'm like, they're very good. They know how to move. They know how to move their blade. And I had to really get into my head of like, I'm going to just hard cover when I can and just yeet myself at them. Whatever happens from there, I will probably have the advantage.
Right. You get past the point with the 2 weapons versus 1.
Yep.
It's a win.
I just will have advantage at that point because as long as I'm like just hard attacking with a dagger at that point, we're good. It's same with Dom, but I haven't fought Dom in a good long time. And certainly not on a consistent basis.
yeah,
And so
I
like,
think you did.
I had to psych myself back up.
Brendan, I think, was really good,
Thanks.
and set it up really well.
I had to like
Is Dom?
put it in my head. Go ahead.
Is Dom in Onstera still?
He lives in Atlantia. I think he lives.
Yeah, that's the one I meant to say.
He lives in one of the Carolinas, right?
Yeah, he's in Carolina somewhere, I think. But I don't think he's within like striking distance of playing too much.
Gotcha.
Is this finals?
Yes, this is the final.
Yeah.
Ah. Matthias has been on a roll. Won the Everyman.
Yeah. Just kicking ass.
This was the finals that we kind of predicted would happen. Maggie and I.
Like when you all were talking about it.
Yeah, like leading up to the tournament, we're like, who do you think we'd want? We like who? It was also we were also been happy with either of these people as champion, but we were also just like these people are kind of, they've both kind of been winning a lot of the tournaments in Onstera, like kind of on the upswing.
Yeah, they're in their arc.
So neither of them have been Queen's champion before, so like it's something they want that they want an achievement they want to have. They are both, obviously Fifi, like very close friend of ours, and Matthias, we like him a lot too. So like we thought this was a likely outcome. So
You hear that, Drew? Get wrecked.
yeah. I don't like that Fifi stepping with his back foot every time on these advances.
Yeah.
I think you can abuse that. The gather
Yeah,
step.
when I fight Fifi, I throw at him when he does that step.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you would just abuse that foot, the front foot,
Yeah, we do
or
that
his
too.
gather step.
But I just throw center line when he takes that step.
Yeah.
Just throw center, just like high-low disengage center line.
I think it works against Matthias because Matthias is such a defensive fighter.
Yeah, a lot more of a counterpuncher.
Like he's not capitalizing on it.
Yep. Matthias is in that stage of the journey where I think he's gonna have to like do work adjusting some like fine-tuning some of his game to like, and that includes like taking away, like unlearning some habits to step up to another level. This is visually what he looks like to me, especially watching him over between golf and this footage.
I think Matthias will also be at Penzic this year, so
Excellent.
Hell yeah, that'll be awesome.
I think there's a few
Okay.
things if he tightened up, like unlearned a few habits that are a little bit big, tightened up a few things, it'd go a very long way in making him a top contender in any given tournament.
I agree. He's already pretty solid.
Yeah, it's already good. Definitely no such. Do we have? Oh, there we go. Double kill?
I think it ended up being a
I have another angle of this if we want to watch that.
Maybe. The answer is we'll watch it out and then figure it out.
I think Fifi ends up the victor here.
Yeah.
I had to root for them both because they were both my Bruno champions in Stargate. Were they Bruno champions one and then another? Or consecutive or like simultaneously. Can you have two tournament champions? I guess you can.
I mean, Americans can do whatever they want. I think
Yeah,
they were
but-
just both been. And Alden Drake just stepped down as Baron of Stargate within the
Oh, cool.
last year. So.
Let me look at your footage. Robert, which one is?
If you go to Matthias, that's probably the easiest way to find it. So Matthias versus Fifi, it would be the second one there.
Thank you. Oh, look at that.
Oh, this is so high.
Yeah, I was holding my arms up above the crowd.
Oh, you're so tall. I appreciate the tall. You're the selfie stick.
I am.
This is a much better vantage point.
Mhm.
Whoever was running the stream cam, I think, missed a little bit of the rotation.
Mhm.
How dare you get your pay
At
docs?
least the stream is like watchable now.
No, the stream's great. I am very happy that it's not like overly pixelated.
Yeah. Drew told me they used to use StreamYard, which I guess kills the resolution.
Chat is asking, is that Owen marshalling?
That is Brian. I know William.
I see Lorenzo, and I see on the side there.
You know, Brian, and then also Malguin is also marshalling, looks like.
Chat, when you don't have a lot of faith in your offensive kit, what happens is exactly this. You end up ceding so much ground to your opponent, and they're basically stealing time from you. Oh,
I mean,
is that
this where
Miguel?
you were for a while, right?
Go ahead.
This is kind of where you were with your fencing for a while, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're
I was
backwards.
basically Matthias in a lot of ways. Like a lot more athleticism, reliance. Gave seated ground consistently, just didn't have much of an offensive kit for a while. And it succeeded very well. Like I won a lot of stuff doing that meta. It just wasn't a complete... I wasn't as complete as a fencer as I am now. Miguel was there, right? Over on the side watching.
Yes, yeah. He
'Cause
came
I
out.
thought I saw him with his the hobo mod collar on,
Yeah.
Yep.
which I love.
Yeah, this was the site was only about an hour, a little over an hour from Austin, so it was pretty
Nice.
convenient for everyone.
Is it a fairground? That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I think so. Some sort of community fairground, something.
Yeah, I wanted to watch this exchange in full. This is a great view. Thank you for taking the footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, when you
Those long arms.
push somebody to right here, this is the reasoning. If you cede ground the whole time and you get pushed in the corner, Matthias has no option but to throw back when Fifi steps forward and threatens, if that makes sense. They don't have another step to take. They're just up against the wall that is the martial stick.
Yeah.
And so that is why ideally you ebb and flow. You push back and you stay centered or steal time from somebody else, steal distance and thus
Push.
time.
Yeah. Push and pull.
It's a
Yeah.
push and pull.
Like, putting up a threat as you back up. Like,
This-
stop the advance.
This is something that Drew does. This is something that Matthias does. I don't love the meta of like really try to reach with your dagger. It's hard. It's a hard
Yeah.
reach. It's not that you can't. You just have to. It's a bigger risk.
So here's the thing: when you're reaching with your dagger, it's moving, right? So it's easy for Fifi to say that's where it's gonna be, and I
Mhm.
will throw back where it's now not, right?
Yep.
It's moving, so he's gonna know. If you keep it more static as you go, then it kind of forces Fifi to throw, and then you can cover where he went.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So like you're just like underneath their
Yeah,
blade,
just put
just
it kind of
moving
in a
forward.
neutral spot in front, and then once they've started to move their sword, then you move the dagger blade up or down because they've had to make a choice. Versus if you reach for it first, they can counter your choice.
Yeah. Fifi just pulls his tip back a little bit,
Yeah.
and then it
but
whiffs.
because now his dagger is essentially up.
And there's an
they
open
have
center
to play,
line now,
basically,
necessarily.
yeah. I don't know if he just pulls his sword back.
I think that's just bad habit. Fifi could have just left the sword forward and won right here.
Cross throw center would have won this fight right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did not need to pull his blade back. Fifi, if you're watching this is something right here. You could have saved yourself so many frames. Your blade was right here. You would have thrown and won right here. Now you're like not even launched yet.
Also, now he's not doing a cross. He's doing this weird scoop.
Yeah, he's trying to keep pressure on it.
I think if he had done a cross, it would have been.
Just
like,
stayed
especially against the
crossed.
lefty. There's no reason not to just cross most of the time.
Yeah, and just stay crossed. Matthias's dagger is weird here. It's like windshielding down as well.
It looks like it goes through the sword.
It does, doesn't it?
Clips through the sword.
Yeah, right here. Boop.
Yeah, the coding is weird on this.
Boop, boop. Does get contact. And probably just not... I don't know if this... Like, we don't have a frame that dictates necessarily that this was forward enough. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think that looks past his head.
Yeah, it looks like a shitty tip cut.
That missing information in between.
Mm-hmm.
Look how ties his dagger. That's how hard he windshielded his dagger. It's now pointing toward the camera. And he's panic throwing. This is what I wanted Fifi to do the first time. Which is that cross parry with the sword forward. Fifi, you could have saved yourself so many frames. Oh, he gets the windshield back in place.
Fifi wins this, but I actually don't like that he decided to just go in here. Like,
Yeah.
this was a bad gamble that he just happened to win, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, there's a cut attempt here with the sword, and then a cut attempt again with Fifi's sword. I think
Dagger.
or dagger.
Looks like the dagger comes
Oh
into
yeah,
it.
this left. I can't tell. You can't see whatever happens
Yeah.
here. From your vantage points, the two of you that were there in person, was there like are they just like talking about what happened?
Yeah, they were just talking, and then I thought maybe they would refight because they couldn't tell
Yeah.
what happened, but their backs was too, like, I was seeing Fifi's back, so we just waited and we saw the marshal call it, and we're like, cool, as long as they're both satisfied, it's all that matters. So
Miguel, this is your time to
actually, yeah, Miguel.
Miguel,
been able to do it.
tell us what happened. I want to watch this. Hey, I know this park. Chat, you're right. Someday we will have tourney videos in 4K
That'd be sick.
with more frames per second.
My height dealio.
More frames better.
Like, I mean, 4K is not that hard to take these days, but it's
No.
I am so sad that I opted for the cheapo phone when my last one bricked. That's why these videos are like a little grainy and not a super high frame rate.
That was the tempo of I'm still sleepy. Haven't woken up yet. Holy shit.
Literally.
Look
I
at this
landed that
shit.
first one- I landed that first one and I was like, all right, come on.
It was the Sunday after the tournament, so I think we were all a little tired.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the laziest shit. Like right here, you can tell his posture. It's like, Robert, I think one of the things in this, like you do a great job of catching a parry. You're focused on the parry, and you felt that lock, and now you're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have so few frames between the touch and go. I just think you could probably train yourself to shave a few frames off instead of getting a tactile feel on the dagger first. That you can already bring your sword into position in route. I mean, you're talking pretty
Yeah.
like high level shave because you're shaving like a few frames.
Yeah. But you're talking to just like fire the sword.
Well, like your cross parry could, like in your cross parry, if you you know you're gonna cross parry, you could already be bringing your sword up into play, which Fifi does that pretty well. Looking at this tournament.
Yeah, anything. I think my main focus on my training right now is figuring out how to do
Nice, pretty.
counter punches really well.
Mm-hmm.
So any notes to that that goal, I'm all yours for.
Look at that. That's a great beat.
Mm-hmm.
Straight into a throw. John would be a little upset that your dagger wasn't more extended. That's about it.
It's
My
what
deck is pretty far forward.
I would. Yeah, that's fine. I would hold it close. I would hold it like more like up by your face a little bit. But,
Oh,
That's fair.
the Miguel positioning.
yeah,
I would probably go forward and down, knowing that you hit their blade down.
that's actually true too. But it could be a
Like-
little forward. But it's. I mean, it's pretty close.
A little bit more Tora styled. I don't know. There's not a 90-degree bend here in the elbow. That could be forward. Let's be judgy here. We're here to be judgy. We're not here to be nice.
Okay, fine. It's horrible. Could have been way better.
It's better than that screenshot from my fight with. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. So that screenshot from a couple years ago, with my dagger just like straight back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Faye, can you give me more notes about the story of Floki and my height, Delio? I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh. Story time. I like that. The story of Floki and your height. Did Floki think you're particularly tall or short?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. No, she just came in to tell me, but you cued me in. I remember. So we stayed with Floki and Elizabeth,
Mhm.
and on I think probably Sunday, we were just like chit chatting, and Floki was like, he looked at me and he was like, "Are you taller than me?" And I was like, I don't know, maybe like a little bit. And we were like, he was like asking how tall I am, and I was like, I'm 5'10", and he was like, I'm 5'10".
Oh.
So we like, he's not 5'10".
So, finish your story. And I'll tell my story.
So we took off our shoes and like back to back measured. It looks like I'm like an inch taller than him.
Yeah.
And so I left that having been convinced that I'm actually 5'11". But it
So-
sounds like you disagree.
So Maggie is 5'10",
Yeah.
and she's also an inch taller than Floki.
Okay.
Oh, so Floki might be on some copium here. Actually, 5'9".
think
Lied a little on the
There
driver's
are, to be
license.
fair, there are a lot of 5'10" men who are shorter than Maggie. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think he just. It's also possible that people get shorter sometimes if they get older, and he
Mhm.
was in the Marines, so that can be spine issues.
That actually
Yeah.
is pretty legit. I mean, that's just a
Yeah.
known thing.
so
You
it's
do lose some
possible that
height.
he was 5'10".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Tavio read your mind.
This is a good example of that. The thing I was saying earlier, that like I would get the parry and I would go for the counter punch, but he was just like too far out already.
Yeah.
Like this happened like 3 times in a row just now.
Wanna
And I
watch
guess
that
that's what you were talking about would help solve that if I just fire,
Mhm.
a couple frames earlier.
especially if you know the parry you're going to do because you know the line they're aiming for. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you've made the read. I want to give you one criticism on your parry riposte for your cross. Your cross is too you're almost like cutting sideways. Like you're doing like a cut in from high to low on the inside of your dagger. As opposed to keeping more vertical coverage of your dagger. And,
like the
and
blade alignment.
punching cross.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
You're
It's
saying
like-
that my dagger blade should be more upright.
Yes, and the reasoning is right here. Because you're cutting in a cutting motion, your tip ends up a little bit lower. And you see how there's a line for his sword to escape down a lot more easily now. Is my
But-
main
Yeah.
You
argument
also
against it.
covering like 3 inches of space instead of like the full length of the dagger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
less vertical coverage for sure. I think that is the same thing. That's why we looked at Matthias and Fifi's their final fight. There was a couple of times where both of their daggers were like they cross parry in the same way you are, and then they bring the blade back into themselves by continuing the
Mhm.
pressure here. It's like if you continue pressure with your dagger, you would now be bringing his blade to your right leg here.
Yeah.
I don't think this is bad though. Yeah, you're. What could you have done? What do you think you could have done in this exact moment? Do you think firing right away?
I was taking notes when you watched it again.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch it in like both frame by frame and like at speed.
Yeah, so I took a pretty big back step here.
Yeah. Maybe it's just
So
a
maybe
little too
a
far
smaller back step.
on your back. Yeah. A little bit too much defensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's only, you're talking like maybe a foot that you could be forward. Nice.
How's
feel
your
like-
counter punch?
Wait, play it again. I didn't see.
Or did you hit in the leg? Or did you just hit him in the leg? But I thought the timing was good on this.
Yeah, the timing was good. Better range management. Yeah, you throw, you probe.
Yeah, I provoke. That's what I was trying to focus on doing. Is like provoking.
You're
his
disengaging.
attack.
You crossberry. I still don't like your crossberry. I'm gonna be very judgy about
Mhm.
that. I mean, you
The
see
same
how
thing
like
as last time.
his blade
Yeah.
can go down. If I saw you doing that with your dagger, I would immediately disengage my blade down to your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you go straight forward. Yeah, timing was better. I think you were also like, if you look at your body positioning, you were a lot more square here. The
Mhm.
last one, you had jumped such that your hips were behind your torso.
Yeah.
Like here,
for
you
sure.
are in a straight line.
Can
Comparatively,
you play this one back?
yeah. Let's run it at speed.
So I provoke.
Provoke, boom,
Oh, there
done.
it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really
Lightning.
retreat the same way.
Yep. I actually think it has less to do with the amount you retreat. I think that the one prior, you could have retreated the same distance back, but been in a better posture to explode forward.
Mm-hmm. Like instead of leading with my butt, just like keep my torso more upright.
Yes. Yeah, being centered over. This is
Yeah,
exactly
right.
what we're talking about your parry. You're getting punished for that same thing we just talked about. Because if you imagine your dagger was more upright, there would be no option for his blade right here to escape. But because you are past horizontal, his blade is like already. It's the easiest thing in the world for him. His blade's like disengaged downward. It just gives too much.
But
room.
what the like if I'm doing a low cross,
Mhm.
it I'm like feeling it out.
Punch across. Okay, so okay. I want to put on my camera 1 second here.
Yeah.
If you want to pull up
Wait,
stream.
the way I would describe it is if you keep your tip touching your main sword basically, and rotate your hand
Yes,
down.
and punch your hand across. Like imagine your fist going towards your right knee, and your dagger tip being a little bit higher, like pointing more upward, maybe a little bit forward, but mostly upward.
That shortens the reach of it just a little bit, but
Yes.
maybe not by enough to matter.
I don't think it matters, and I think it has much better coverage for your riposte, as opposed to flipping over. Chat, y'all have an opinion on the cross parry?
I'll play around with it.
I'll see if I can find one. Chat, if y'all can find me one of the, if anyone has a good cross parry, I know Torse has a really good one. As far as examples to find.
Torch parries like his opposite ribs really well.
Yeah.
I love the-
Otavio was saying, I feel good counterpunch is more of a counter posture versus reactionary. Yeah.
Oh.
Rather than try to react to modes. I agree. I mean, I agree with the posture part for sure. You're squared out over your hips. You're going to have a much better chance of going. John, do you have a clip of you counterpunch or cross parry riposte, but with that low punch somewhere?
Let me go look real quick. I think I actually might have an idea of a video.
Yeah, or of Taurus or of somebody else we know.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. I like that setup. You fed him right into what you wanted, which is you wanted that flip high. That was pretty. Good sword play on Fifi's part.
Yeah, it's a really good sword parry.
Yeah. That's oh shit.
Look
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah.
But now you get tempo because their sword is defensive for your dagger.
Right. My sword is super out of play though. Like,
Yes,
I think
both
it's
of yours
between
are,
his leg and
arguably.
his sword.
Yeah. He is, I think, a good bit heavier than you, so he definitely has mass.
Yeah,
I don't know if he has strength, but I want to assume he does.
I think he does.
Like
Given
objective
what
strength,
his
which
arms
means
look
like once you get to like guard to guard with dagger here and the punch fight, he's gonna win that one. I hate. I wouldn't want to chance it. I wouldn't want to chance it with him either.
Yeah,
Because he gets a punch through your guard, and he knows that. He's like, oh, if I just if we're matched guard to guard, I can wrestle it from you. So you did a great job. Like, get the fuck out there. Oh, his blade is so far past your elbow.
Yeah.
You-
I'm surprised I don't catch him in the torso here. That's what it looks like I was going for. I guess my arm.
It was.
Or my sword is over his arm.
Yeah, your sword is over his arm right here. You can track it over his sword arm
Mhm.
right here. You see the tip, and then it just he's coming too far forward too fast. That
Yeah.
both of your swords are still out of play, and both of you are probably in your heads thinking about these daggers and not getting stabbed by one.
For sure.
Here you bonk him perfectly. one bonk to the head. There's a draw. Yeah. It looks he's trying to draw your stomach here. You're trying to draw his neck, and then you're trying to draw on his wrist.
Yeah. It looks like he got me. I'm not sure if I got the shot on him.
And I think you probably drew on the neck. Whether it like ran through the armor, I have no idea.
Yeah, sure.
I do like your flip the blade right there like that and get that reaction. You got it very consistently. I know you're practicing that cross parry in particular. I would say something to throw in for yourself is to sometimes already be parrying with your sword high into that upper right quadrant, just to intentionally mix it up.
Like put the sword into like second, or like first?
Yeah, second or false edge, right? But parry in the upper right quadrant from your perspective. I know you're practicing it, so you're probably gonna just like spam it, but
Which parry are you talking about?
so for me, I use a back edge parry. Let me see.
Mhm.
I'm gonna switch. If you pull up stream, I'm gonna switch to face cam. So instead of doing this every time with your dagger coming across, I would flip my sword up to parry as well on occasion, just to mix it up, so that they can't predict your
instead
dagger
of crossing with the dagger.
Sometimes
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
So you're covering the quadrant a little bit more dynamically, and you don't want it to be predictable. If I noticed that you were spamming that for practice, then it would be a little bit easier to rebut, as it were.
Mhm.
Did you find a clip, John?
No.
You searching?
Yeah, I can keep looking, or we can just move on.
Yeah. If we find one, it's great. No big deal. I might find Tor's old stuff.
Yeah. There's not a lot of recent stuff, of course. That's why I was.
I know it's like your goal is to lie with your weapons. And it's fun to watch those little postural changes that you're trying to convince him to like throw into the quadrant you want. I swear I'm open.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that I've been working on is like I've had 0% success with like trying to show an opening and getting someone to fire.
Mm-hmm.
But what I have seen some success with is if I commit to a shot, getting people to fire.
Yes.
So trying to figure out how to do that safely in a way that I can parry and counter.
Well, yeah. And like you're saying, provoking is a great way to phrase that. A provocation. Let me see if I find one of those cross parries. Let's take a peek. Shall
You
we?
looking for Taurus?
yeah, either a Taurus video or just other footage of like what a cross parry low looks like.
You still have those. What about the footage? There was Taurus fighting when we used to do the time that Taurus went to the fighting with Tora in the at his apartment or whatever.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
Was it a playlist or anything? Here, let me.
Oh, yeah. I have a ton of footage of tours from Adult Swim 2024, I think.
Thank you for the prime. I appreciate it.
Oh, you got some? Okay.
Yeah, immediately off the bat, you can see how Taurus throws there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more vertical. I'll see if I can get one of him punching low.
Does Taurus do the double finger grip on the rapier too?
If I remember correctly, it's single but deep.
Single
Okay.
duo.
Chat, for some context, I went up to DC, basically, about an hour north of where I am now, looking for, or training with Tora for a little over a year, maybe a year and 3 months. And that
Every Tuesday, right?
every Tuesday, Tora Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And it was really good. It really honed some of the bigger weaknesses in my game, and it definitely made me individually have to rethink some of the things I was doing. Like, just didn't work as well as I wanted it to.
I think I ended up going like 5 or 6 times because I visited.
Yeah.
Like a chunk of that.
He was doing that weird. You remember that S movement he did with his sword to catch you on the set? We were trying to figure that out. Boom.
Yeah, I do remember
Okay.
that.
Is that good little cross?
Yeah. Okay. So that one's a little bit more down.
Mm-hmm.
But you see how, like, the idea is like, oh yeah, that's too low.
He just did what I
You
did.
just did what you're doing. Yeah. I was trying to explain, like, I want it to be more, like, a little bit more vertical in your blade, like following the stripe of his
Mhm.
pants here is more of an ideal. When it's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're
What-
absolutely right. He's like flattening it out more.
What Tanim said in the comments, I think, is really good. Is like the vertical is better for leading hip coverage, and the pointing down is better for low leg coverage.
Yeah, maybe punching down to the ground is but across the body is definitely.
I
more
think
vertical.
it kind of also depends on when you caught the sword. Like once your blade has made contact, then you can change the angle of the dagger because you don't have to catch anymore, right? So
That's true. Yeah.
making it more, and then sometimes changing it will force the blade. Like I might make it really broad to begin with, and then I change the angle to make it slide into my guard more. So context.
Context. Always. I was trying to find some footage of this. There's got to be a lot of. There's got to be some Tora footage too with the crossberry. That's not on my thing.
Do like SCA Tora probably might come up.
I just gotta search in my own
Or-
videos.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about where there might be a. Oh man, there's so much footage here. It's crazy. It's a fully documented journey of fencing, basically, over the last many years. Yeah, you came up. It looks like at least a couple of times. Here's another one.
That whole trip that I was on was like a 5 or 6 week trip. So I think most of it was around there. So I think I at least 4 or 5 times went up to the.
Up this way, yeah. It's funny to think about all the. That's 4 years ago. That's crazy. Crazy to think about.
Like, yeah,
Anyways, all right.
closer to 5 really.
Isn't that crazy? Shit flies by.
It doesn't feel like it was that long ago in some ways.
Did you have, Robert, any other footage that you wanted to go over?
Oh yeah. There were a couple at the practice that I wanted to do.
Yeah. What's another one you want to watch from practice? I'd love
see.
to watch it.
Let's do the one with John.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's like the middle of the Robert section.
John Drake. Oh, not this one?
Oh yeah, that works too. Yeah, they're doubly linked.
Oh, that's so fancy.
Yeah, I wrote after 2024 Adult Swim, I wrote a little program to manage the videos and output those spreadsheets.
Have you ever gone down the rabbit hole and seen like really like old footage, Robert?
Of fencing?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
It's like I don't know because like there's footage of John and I from like 8 years ago or 9 years ago or something at least.
I watched like a 2013 Kingdom Champs from Athemark.
I imagine both known and unknown faces at that point.
Yeah, I knew both of the fighters though.
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Let me see, stuck
Who was
around.
it?
It was Anais and Donan.
Who's that really good lefty from Mark?
Will Paris.
Yes,
probably.
Will Paris.
Yeah.
Couldn't
He
remember
was
his
He fights like English something.
Yeah, Sweatnam.
Sweat, no,
Yeah.
that's the one.
also a tiger too. So
There's a tiger,
Mhm.
yeah. There was another bro from Ethelmark that I remember. I don't know. He fought with a stick, and he was very fast, very lean human, baggy, colorful pants. That's all I remember. I only saw him like 1, maybe 2 years at Pennsic when I first started going. This you're talking like over a decade ago, easily.
Wasn't oh gosh, can't think of the name. There's a guy who used to live in Athemark who's in Trimaris now, who's like Mr.
Oh,
Fancy Pants.
Christian.
Yeah. Is that who you're thinking of for me?
Don't.
Christian? No, I don't think so.
He didn't use stick. He used dagger.
No, this guy was very much a stick.
Christian
player.
was pretty good though. I say.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who I'm talking about, John? Do you remember that? That's human,
Mm.
or is that like a
Stick
figment of my
fighter.
imagination?
From like what era?
When I first started, like my first Pennsic, they
Okay,
existed.
so like,
This is like back when I knew Will Paris at the time. Like I knew who he was.
was he lefty or righty?
I believe a righty with a stick.
Righty with a stick from Ethelmark.
Mm-hmm. So specifically from Ethelmark. That's the part that I remember because he was like, I was like, oh, he's the other really good guy from Ethelmark who was like very fast and kind of untouchable from my point of view. I mean, obviously skewed over time, but
Yeah. I don't know that I remember. That would have been right around my first few Pennsics too.
yeah. You might not have even been at those Pennsics because those are super.
2014 was my first Pennsic.
I think it would have been probably around that time.
I didn't know as many people from Ethelmark back then, right? Like it wasn't.
It's fun to think that we were like that was my first Pennsic fencing as a youth fencer.
Youth Pennsic, god damn it.
Yeah, 2014.
I figured that you're so much younger than. How old are you again?
I'm 26. I'm about to be 27.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
John, you're what, like 32?
I'm 32. I'll be 33 during Pennsic this year.
Yeah. We go take the crown off and go have a night.
Yeah. Wizard's fast again.
Yeah.
We'll call them Scepters instead.
There you go.
King Scepters.
King Scepters, yeah.
Oh, you had the measure. You see that?
Yeah, I think I missed.
Yeah. You just went a little inside.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can see your tip. I don't know how much. It's hard to tell how much dagger John has on it. That might have displaced
Yeah,
the blade a little bit.
Lighting is bad in this.
Yeah, you can't see the
Mhm.
blade. But you can see the blade protruding in front of the helm for a couple of frames. Oh, yeah. So it looks like you're on the outside of the dagger entirely. Yeah. There it goes. Yep. Was your goal to continue to provoke?
I think I was just leaning into how I normally fight. I was just like
You just wanted to fight.
giving it my all. Yeah, I was just. Yeah, I feel like I fought John enough over the last couple of years that I feel like I have a reasonably successful strategy. He probably beat me more than half the time here, but just used
I think
what
a little
has
bit.
worked.
I think it was pretty close. But
Yeah. I
Robert.
remember a moment I think I won the first more of the first few, and then I could see that you turned it on, and then you creamed me 4 times in a row.
I got a little annoyed at myself for
Yeah.
not finishing. I'm like, okay, let's
Yeah.
try to wake up here, John.
Mhm.
Something you could do that you're good enough at in terms of mechanics is if you know he's gonna do that low windshield parry with the dagger, you can disengage, intentionally already disengage around it and up and over the dagger, and continue your throw. So I think you have to press it like right here. You're like, instead of just going forward, intentionally bring your blade, following the circle of opposite to where the dagger's going.
Yeah.
Just build that into your explosive lunge.
Oh, that one's the one where you crashed into my dagger guard, I think.
Was there a blow through?
No, just the sword hit really, really hard on my sail.
Oh yeah. Sail guard army.
The best dagger guard.
I agree with you, Dan. When I'm watching this sort of footage, I'm taking notes for the next time I fight all the humans that I'm watching, including the people in the voice call.
Tenem, what kingdom are you from?
Oh, caught the hand. Were you aiming for the hand, John?
Go back. I don't know what I remember.
Like right here, you throw off the middle, but it doesn't look like you're aiming for the hand. It looks like you're throwing for the body. Robert, I think.
Yeah, that looks like
Okay,
my body shot. And he just crosses it into his arm.
and there I am backing out with my butt again.
Yeah. This is the position I was talking about right here. It's hard to accelerate forward, like in these frames.
Yeah. Do you think it's faster to do that? I guess that's just a thing I should stop doing. I should just back up.
I think it's more determined by the person, like their kind of capacity. But I don't think it's as strategically viable. Like you get less options doing that, like
Yeah.
doing the sucking the hips back.
I think it's also possible that my legs were tired at that point.
Absolutely.
And that just uses different muscles.
Yeah, after a tournament day.
Yeah. And 5 minutes of fighting John and fighting Fifi. Yeah.
I knew I was tired, and I did not fight as much as you on Saturday at all.
I actually didn't fight that much on Saturday. Like I fought 6 rounds of Bedford and then I did a couple of pickups.
Yeah. Well, I only did 4 rounds and no pickups, so.
But you also had to sit throne, which is like exhausting unto itself.
Being king at an event is emotionally tiring.
Yeah. Also things like socially and intellectually taxing.
Yeah.
You are so good at this, Robert. Just the parry, like the moment you feel that tactile, that parry that you have, and knowing that you have it, you are already accelerating. You accelerate within a frame. You see that, like the posturing here.
Yeah.
I am comparatively
Okay.
many frames behind in my acceleration.
That's the sword strength.
Mhm.
I feel like that's between the sword and the dagger, I'm definitely stronger on the sword.
Yeah, your training on the sword side is excellent. Masterful, as you will.
So I went for the Swordmaster title. This is me trying to provoke John and succeeding and then getting stabbed.
Yeah. You got you got what you wanted. This is the most classic John shit right here. The heel tap, boop. The pick up with just staying in guard, picking up a dagger, like you were, like he was saying earlier, like no big dagger movement until you're launching. Yeah.
You're like chasing it with your footwork, which is really interesting. At least your dagger ready to go either direction.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said that they thought what I was good at was I could clothesline the dagger without moving the dagger, and I think you're right, it's the feet.
It's good footwork, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That was so good. What a pretty exchange from both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, one of the things I firmly personally believe is that two high-level fencers in a beautiful exchange, no one dies. Both people are prioritizing defense, throwing offense where they can. It's ebb and flow. That's a full commit.
Dagger out. Like that.
Oh, I love that. The spring in Robert's back foot is already launched or already loaded. They launch back in. And John's like, oh shit. I gotta stop this. The train that's coming forward. You see that? That dagger's like, please get that sword out of the way.
Yeah, it looks like I have a clear line with the sword, but prioritize the parry.
Yeah, both of you have multiple times where it's your brain is like, I need to defend myself first, which I think is peak fencing. Right, all of this is like deal with their sword, then throw. Deal with their sword and then throw.
This is something I really loved about these exchanges, John, is that we would go like 3, 4, 5 intentions deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, oh, I love that. That whole exchange was pretty. It's so fast.
It's so fast. I can't tell if that last shot landed or not.
That's a little acknowledgement nod, I think. Right, John?
It looks like.
You know? It seems like you got it. I can't tell.
Yeah, maybe.
It's hard to tell. It's not an obvious nod or anything.
Yeah. Your posture changes there, which says to me that something landed.
John adds in those slight diagonals in his lunge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny bits of lateral movement.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I wanted to try against Fifi that slips my mind, is I think lateral steps might work well against him.
I don't think, for what it is worth, in my experience, I don't think most people think I'm going to step laterally in fencing. It's more like I have an objective and I'm willing to get it done. Here, you know, I'm playing off of the person's whatever, or you know, like there's a goal and some actions leading to that goal. But the footwork, I think by and large, for most people, end up becoming pretty automatic.
So lateral steps have to be pretty subtle to not be inefficient.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You switched your feet again in measure.
Just show me.
Right here. So right there, you're dagger forward, and you're like, oh, I need to switch.
Nah, we're out of measure.
Maybe. I don't think so. You step back, which is good. This is the correct thing, right? You're like, you cleared a little room. But he's watching. Because look at that foot come up. He's already like, I'm going to fuck you up when this foot comes forward. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's true. I should maybe step further out of measure.
like
but
you
I'm
were
gonna have to-
in enough measure that like I would call this, he could strike you from here. That's not a question.
Yeah.
He didn't. Like, he didn't launch it. But like,
Too
automatically
easy.
closing, if that makes sense.
I think it was kind of the edge of measure,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know that I felt super good about going in there.
Yeah, something about your lack of going in definitely said that you just didn't want it in the moment. Never. It is still nevertheless terrifying. From a perspective of like someone watching. And if you want to do that when we're fighting, I'm fine with that. I'll do my best to capitalize. Maybe use it as a bait.
That's such a good idea. I should use it as bait.
Shuffle feet. You can use anything as an invitation. If you think someone's queuing off of something, everything's an invitation. Have you thought about anything you're working on, John? Anything you're like, oh, I look bad here? Or in this way?
I pulled my dagger back a few times on some lunges. I don't know. I feel like it was a little low energy in some of these passes too.
That's so pretty. Oh, that's a pretty juke of the dagger. And your sword. Yeah. Like, this dagger positioning looks great to me. Right? A lot more vertical coverage.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Pretty. What is an Academy of Defense? Is that a university thing?
Yeah, we have in Onslaught we have Academy of the Rapier, which is just like an event it's like an academy. It's just only rapier classes about rapier fighting.
Oh, that's cool. We don't have that here. Or it's like a dedicated track.
I think we're having another one in December, I think. Confirmed it is December.
That's where I got that mark from. Barbara, I have a mark like on my left lat, like on my back, and Barbara asked me like, "How did you get that?" And I think it's that shot.
That would make sense.
Back shots from John. We have 3 Academy events, I think, we're not all fighting. Yeah. Is that like 3 Academy events throughout the year that are like different tracks in SCA knowledge?
We also have Kingdom Collegium, which is an event that's just classes, but it's mostly ANS focused. And then we have Academy of the Rapier, which happens every few years when people get around to running one. It's just Rapier classes.
We have a biannual, like twice a year, University of Atlantia, and includes everything. Like, it's fencing and armored and historical stuff and all ANS stuff, etc. Which
we do that in Ethnic too.
I didn't know there were. I knew there were known world events like Travel Kingdom to Kingdom that are like known world arts and sciences is a thing that comes to Atlantia every so often. But I didn't know there was a Rapier dedicated learning tracks that are events. That's cool. Oh, goodbye. Look at that pretty guard coverage.
Mm-hmm. I think he jukes my dagger too, because my dagger is way high.
Mm-hmm.
This is my left hand too.
Fancy, I guess.
This was a really good set of passes, Robert. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't juke your dagger, I don't think. I think your dagger position just started too high. Because, like, at no point, it's not like he disengaged at all. If you see this, he just goes forward. He just lets the point
Well,
drop.
he presented above, though. You can see my dagger is going up while his sword is down. So
That's
I think
true.
that he's throwing high.
An auto high throw. Boop. Yeah, that's very good in guard coverage with your lefty.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah, John, something that I was thinking as we were doing these fights is like a thing that I really appreciate and enjoy fighting you is that I feel like something that is true about myself is that I really, really enjoy the like competitive intensity and like testing things and like what's gonna work today. And I feel like you come with that same energy.
Yeah. I think so. Thank you. I appreciate that.
This is
I
the
think I
thumbnail.
with a lot of intensity. It's definitely.
Yeah, Robert, that's the thumbnail I want you to have. Dagger position wise. If it were me.
Oh, hell yeah, yeah.
This one here.
Mm-hmm.
Chet, thank you for hanging out tonight. Hanging out with the a bunch of fencing nerds talking about fencing things. John and Robert, always a pleasure to hang out, chat fencing, share knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the tips. It was fun chatting. I'm excited to apply some of the notes from our stream today.
I kind of want to try the full circle disengage on John. Like throw, because I'm starting low anyways, and he's gonna parry low. But instead of instead of the step and throw, it'll be just like a one motion explosive. I have to test it out. And with as long as I am, and as much as he wants to duck under, I'll have to like really turn the angle to figure it out. We'll see what
I
happens
look
next
forward to it.
time. Yeah. It'll be Penzik, I assume.
Yeah.
Which is what?
I'm not.
April?
So we got 2 months,
May,
2.5.
June?
May. Yeah. I'm not gonna fight in the Honstein tourney this year since it's.
Are you
Fair.
going to be there to watch it? Because
I'll watch it. Yeah.
generally, you don't get a lot of kings who hang out for that one. At least
Yeah, a lot of
historically.
times it's opposite. A lot of times it's opposite of Heavy Warpoint, and so they go fight that. But I'd probably rather watch that tournament than.
Do you know what the prize is going to be?
I think we were going to talk to the people who made the medallion for last year.
I
We're
love
gonna
those
do another one of those,
medallions.
but
Yeah.
that's still TBD, I think.
I'm
Any-
excited to
I
try
know-
one.
Anything you want, Boomy?
Yeah, the medallion. I have a hat. I would like the medallion.
Oh, yeah. They're nice. I have a whole collection of them.
So fancy. You don't wear them either. Or you don't wear them very often.
I'll show up at Pensick wearing all of them.
You should wear all of them. That could be your birthday
Blinged
night.
out.
Birthday night, you just wear all your champion medallions and not your regalia. That way you can be in trouble and fancy. All at the same time.
I should just attach them to a glove and get an infinity gauntlet of them.
There you go. They're all little bucklers. So if you put enough of them together, they become one buckler.
Yeah.
They're made up of
armor.
lesser bucklers.
Hell yeah. I'm excited for that. This one of my bingo resolutions for this year is have at least one Athelmine fencer in the top 4 of the Onstein tournament. And I know a bunch of people are going hard for it.
That's
That'd
wonderful.
be good, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
In Onstein hadn't won that tournament. There was a period for 30 years or almost, for 20, 30 years when no one had won that tournament. So it was
Wow.
the 90s, and then in 2017 I won it, which was the first Onstein to win it for a long time. So
That's wild.
I've now won it 3 times, but
Depends on one.
yeah, I'm proud of that. Bring it home.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm king this year, so
can't. Shouldn't.
give y'all a chance.
You could be the buy
Yeah.
again.
Probably, yeah, that's a good idea. I probably will do the buy.
Yeah, it's be the buy if it's necessary. I feel like that's the
Mhm.
move.
Do you know, is the format going to be double again?
I don't think we have decided on a format yet, so
It was speed last year, wasn't it? At last
that
Pensick?
was 2 years ago, I think.
Was that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, last
I
year
like
was like a regular double limb.
I like double limb 2 out of 3. Maybe we'll see if
Yeah.
there's enough time. That would be what I would like.
That's
to
the
do,
biggest thing is the time, because it is
For sure.
opposite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But all the fencers do come out and hang out for that one.
Yeah, it's,
So you
it's the best tournament. I'm biased, obviously, but I think it's the best tournament.
It is, I think, size-wise, maybe the third largest. Third to Cadet and Rose, maybe.
Sometimes the 5-man Atlantic 5-man gets bigger, but that's hard
Oh yeah, I wasn't even counting that because it's not like an individual tournament. That one gets huge.
Yeah.
Because last year it was like 130, 140, something like that. It was a lot of humans. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, for the war point. Yeah, that was huge.
It's weird that the Once Tour and the Rose tournament at Gulf Wars is actually usually bigger than any single tournament at Pennsic.
Yeah.
There's more people at Pennsic. I think it's that Pennsic gets diluted because there's more going on.
Yeah, there's so much going
Sure.
on. Yeah.
And Gulf Wars is like, that's the tournament of the war, and so everyone goes to it. But
That's
They did.
that's one they get the win, I think, as a fencer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say, Robert?
Oh, I was gonna say that was something I thought was neat going to Gulf Wars for the first time is like Gulf Wars feels like a cohesive event a little more than Pennsic does, where like everyone is on the same page, whereas Pennsic is just all over the place.
well,
Pennsic
Gulf
is
Wars
all
is
over.
really just is a giant SCA event, and
Yeah.
Pennsic is its own thing.
Mm-hmm. But even the SCA part of Pennsic feels like less cohesive. There's just so much going on.
Yeah. I like them both for what they are. Like they're both their own thing, and I like them.
Both their own
I
thing
used to
for
say
sure.
I like Pennsic better. I might like Pennsic better still a little bit, but it's close. They're just different. So I agree with you. It's more cohesive at Gulf Wars.
All right, chat. We go and bounce. I hope everybody has a wonderful night.
Good night, chat.
Bye everyone.